Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Curiosity Club podcast. I think it's the seventh episode, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, guys, right?
Yeah, seventh one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Uh, I know we haven't been posting consistently. Like I think we missed 2 or 3 weeks. I think I'm the one who should tell you guys what happened because I'm
Yeah.
the one who's responsible for that. So yeah, long story. As you guys know, I'm abroad for studies, and I just came back home for a couple of weeks. In the past 2 weeks. That's like we already had plans. We made plans to meet up and do some uh different kind of podcast, but yeah, things didn't work out.
Yeah.
Because again, I was too busy hanging out with my friends and family. But yeah, we're sorry for that. And I think starting from today, we're going to be consistent again, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
We missed
Yeah.
a couple of episodes, and this episode especially, we've been planning for a long time because this episode is special, kind of, because it's different. This is the first ever time that we are having a guest on our podcast. So yeah, I'm excited for that. So basically, what we're gonna do in this episode is to just recap and talk about everything that we talked about in the previous 6 episodes and get the opinion of our guest on everything that we talked about, and yeah, see how other people think of our opinions. So yeah, without further ado, let me introduce the man, the myth, the legend, Kusal, underdog, Dev. Yeah, Kusal, you can unmute and
Hi everyone.
yeah.
This is so
Yeah, so-
awkward.
yeah, this is Kusal. He's been a
Hello.
good friend to me from my previous uni at NSBM. I've told the guys, Kavi and Nimruka, that he was one of the coolest guys that I've met at uni, and he's
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
he's a really talented dude. Like you guys will see when we go through the podcast how cool and everything about him.
Yeah. Actually, Ruin told about him. That he developed an app while lunch, right? While taking lunch or something like that.
again, yeah.
In a lunch break, like
During
something.
the lunch break.
Yeah. Like he was the coolest dude I met at NSBM, man. Like, but yeah.
I don't know about that.
Kusal,
Yeah.
I think you and I wanted to start a podcast back then, right? Like,
Oh yeah, actually.
we had ideas, and
There was always a time when I wanted to do a podcast because I always have like a lot to talk about. I mean, it can be anything. I don't usually always like talking about, like, people assume just because I'm develop games and everything, I only talk about like programming, and I'm like, bro, there's a lot of things I'd love to talk about. Like it can be anything, life, society, or motivation, or anything.
Yeah, like the first couple of days that I saw you, like you were this guy that was really cool. Like you remember, like back in the I can't remember what we called that, like the English course that we had before
Oh yeah.
whole day. Yeah. So
Yeah.
in those periods, like I saw you through class, like you were talking with everyone, like this guy's really cool. Like in my head, like
Actually.
yeah, we got to know each other because we got into some kind of a group or something, right?
Oh yeah, no, dude, I thought you hated me because I felt so manipulative in that group. I remember, like, it was back when we had to get this assignment or something done, and then I felt so like annoyed because we had to finish it somehow and only within a day. And I thought you would be mad at me because I told you to do something, okay? And I was just so mad because it was not right. Because I get into the semantics and everything. If something is not perfect and if something is like not in the way I want it, I just get mad about it. Yeah, I thought you hated me. I'm not gonna lie.
No, man. I found you really cool. So like Kusal, I think you have watched. Hopefully, you have watched a couple of our episodes.
Yeah, I have actually. I have. Not through everything because I usually didn't have the time to. But I've skimmed through a couple of your podcasts, and actually that was why I was interested in I even watched most of your videos, your videos about the daily thing, through every single one.
Yeah.
I messed that one up too because of the whole trip, but I'm trying to restart it. And
you should get back. It's so good. No, it was
it last 3 days or something?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think
actually, it was
it
about
was,
yeah.
it was
Actually,
1 more week.
yeah, actually, it was part of
Yeah.
our Nimrugas also same. I think it was part of our life where when we wake up or when we come from uni, the first thing when we open our laptops, the first thing in the YouTube is Rovin's 30-day thing.
Dude, I love watching it. I just wake up, I look at my phone, I'm like, oh shit, new video. I have to watch it.
Yeah,
It's so good.
Bro, for real, like I've been wanting to start it back. Like I tried, okay, like when on my first day at uni, I started. I like did the whole morning routine and recorded everything. I went to uni, came back home, and that's when I realized I didn't record anything in that period, and I was like, shit, I forgot. All right, so like I have like there's so much resistance to start, bro. Like I have no clue how I did that back then right now because I can't do it right now. I'm trying my best. Like I've made
Yeah,
plans
no.
and
See, look, a lot of people, they think making YouTube videos are easy. Okay, it's just like a
yeah,
1 day
man,
thing,
like,
recording, okay, script, everything is just done. But no, it takes like weeks. It takes weeks of
yeah, man.
perfection. Of like,
It's
has
not
to be
about
like
the recording per se. Like planning is
the
what
plan.
takes.
Oh my.
Yeah.
And actually like doing it. For me, for example, like
yeah.
if I'm whenever I try to make videos, okay, I go so hard on this one video. All right. And if that doesn't like do like, you know, like substantially well, I just get annoyed. I'm like, oh, I'm not gonna work on the next one. It's just pointless.
Yeah.
You know, that
motivation
happens.
is out the window. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it
like,
always happens. It's so sorry.
No, like the past week, like the whole week, I spent on planning how I'm gonna utilize my days since uni started, and I have work and like I have to make my YouTube videos and everything. I did so many like I made calendars, I made to-do lists and everything for each day, and the execution was zero, man. Like I was like I I like so for in the first couple of days I'll just tell you guys what happened, right? So I came back home, like I came back to Australia, and I went to bed that night, and the next morning I had to work. All right, so I had to work 8 hours the next day, and with the jet lag it was not very fun, man, not very fun. And I had work for 5 days straight since I came back here, and I didn't even think of YouTube stuff back then because I was so tired. All right, and I was missing home and everything hit at the same time, the uni pressure and everything. And like when I started planning how I'm gonna execute the next couple of weeks, I felt kind of good. Like I felt like I was being productive, but in reality, I wasn't actually doing anything, right? Like these days too, like I don't feel like I'm getting much done, even though I have so many tasks planned in my task list. And like it like I look back at what we talked about in the previous episodes, like on motion versus action and everything, and I see myself trapped in this scenario. Like I'm actually in motion and I'm not acting on anything, right?
You know, that's actually a really good attitude to have, that you look back and you think you're more productive like back when you were at your prime, right? But it's always like that for me. I look back and I couldn't believe I made a game in a week. And if I try to attempt that now, it's like, whoa, shit, I can't do that. But then if like back then, you just didn't have that expectation of that like you can't do it. Like you just tried. You get what I mean? Like you didn't have that fear of like of failing, sort of. It's I think that's one of the biggest reasons that stop you from trying to create like at the moment. And the other thing is just procrastination. That when you have a hint of procrastination, when you have a hint of procrastination, like just for like a week, it's hard to get rid of it. And to get rid of it, it probably takes like another week or so. So I think that's probably the biggest reason why a lot of people are stuck in that whole loop.
Yes, Kusal, you made a great point. Like you said, you have some kind of expectations in your mind. So the whole thing is you can't, like you think you can't reach that expectation. So you
Yeah.
tend to give up.
Yeah,
already.
but when you look at the previous stuff you have done, I have the same thing. There are some music things that I have written and I have created on my laptop, and I listen to it after a year or something. Then you realize, how the hell did I created that, right?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
actually insane. It's so insane how that works.
Yeah.
I think it's because of this, right? When you generally create something, you're like, oh, okay, I can do this. This is great. But then you need to improve on that. It's no point just going backwards.
Yeah.
So to take that like next improvement step, that takes more time.
Yeah.
And I
exactly.
feel like so it's so weird. Like a lot of people, for example, I mean, this is just in the software industry. Like a lot of people are like, hey, maybe you can learn programming in 6 months, but honestly, you can't. You can probably become a mediocre programmer in 6 months, but you can't become really good at it. It takes like time to sink in. Like that whole you need to like make a shit ton of programs. You need to be so productive. You need to go through that whole like hell cycle. Like
do your own thing. Do your own thing. Otherwise, you can't reach that level. Doing something of your own. Yeah. So Ruin, actually, Ruin, I think you should watch our 6th episode, action versus inaction. That's the
Action
thing.
versus inaction.
Yeah. We talked about the motion and setting things in motion.
Yeah, guys.
In
like,
that part.
I have this urge to start. Like, I really want to start it. Okay, like yesterday I said today I'll do it. Like, I'll wake up early. I'll go to the gym.
The textbook procrastination. The textbook procrastination, and you can see it, but it's hard to start, right? I mean, you are procrastinating and everything. You know the system, you know the theory, but still you can't get out of
the execution part is the hard part.
Yeah.
So,
it's like tomorrow I'll do it tomorrow, or I'll do it like day after, next week. It's fine.
I think the main reason is like I've been like working at my highest productivity level in the past like weeks. When I did those vlogs, like I did everything. I made shorts, I made YouTube videos on the same day and stuff like that. And like when I came back to Sri Lanka, I didn't do anything at all. So like the initial plan was to come back to Sri Lanka and do the whole routine
schedule and stuff, right?
Routine there as well. But shit, bro, like I the first day that I woke up in Sri Lanka, I knew that it wasn't gonna work out because I called up my friend. Maybe Kusal doesn't know, but other guys might know. Aditya, do you guys know?
Oh yeah, I think I know a few.
I called him up and said, I'm gonna wake you up at 5:30 and we are going up for a run. Like this is the next day that I like when I got back to Sri Lanka, right? The first morning.
Oh shit.
And we woke up at 5:30 and I woke him up and he came to my home as well, right? And shit, it started raining. Now we can't go for a run.
Oh,
because I didn't have a gym membership in Sri Lanka. I couldn't get the whole gym thing recorded for the vlog. So we said F it and we just we just got in the car and went for a stroll and didn't record anything. And that's
dude, the thing is, see, look, that's so weird, right? When something of your plan, when it fails, when one thing fails, you're like, I'm calling off. It's not.
It's a domino.
Same thing for me. It's honestly the same. Like if I'm recording a video, like the situation is not right today. Like my table is in the wrong angle. Okay, I'm just gonna do it tomorrow.
It's always the smallest thing, right? It's always the smallest thing, and like we tend to capitalize on the smallest thing that's not in our plans, right?
It's like a sign of God or something like that.
I feel like this would change. This would change if you had an obligation to do it. For example, okay, let's say your audience is huge. Okay, let's say on YouTube, for example, your audience is just huge, and you need to get this done. Your life depends on it. Okay, if that's the case, I think you would optimize. I think
Yeah.
that's how
Yeah.
that's just how the human brain works,
I
right?
think you would have run in rain, brother. Like
Yeah, you would have probably
doing
done that, I
something.
think.
Like
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because I think then it's worth the risk, because you'd get sick, but you still get the video done.
yeah,
Mhm,
like
mhm.
stay
Yeah,
hard.
yeah.
Get
The
it
thing
going,
is,
like,
actually, the thing is, Ruin ran in the rain, 3 or 4 weeks
Like,
before.
yeah,
yeah,
when I
Oh
was
yeah,
here,
he
Yeah,
I
did,
did.
yeah.
right?
I
Oh
did the
yeah, he
same.
did. He
He
did.
did,
He
yeah.
did.
I did the same.
But like in Sri Lanka, that was my excuse, right?
Yeah,
It's raining and I'm not gonna go. Like,
Yeah.
so initially my plan was not to go. Like I just had the rain to make an excuse about it, just so
Yeah.
I can make it like feel okay. So Kushal, I
Yeah.
just I mean you have worked on so many projects, right? Like whatever it
Yeah,
is,
quite a
like
bit now.
yeah.
Quite a bit now, yeah.
Yeah. So like we talked about motion versus action and like saying like we tend to plan stuff a lot more without actually acting on anything that we plan. Do you
Oh
have
yeah,
any do you have any like
ideas.
experiences or like yeah
Oh,
on
like
yeah
you're saying you usually plan things and then you execute them. Yeah.
yeah but like
Yeah.
I'm
Do
saying
you
like
have any projects that you planned but you didn't execute? Right, Ruin?
yeah
Right,
so
something you
Oh.
wanted
yeah
to do, but
Yeah,
never
for a
had the
long time,
time.
like
but
you planned and you felt productive while planning it and like you were saying like oh my god this is gonna turn
We're
out
getting
great if
deep
I
here,
get
okay?
like this yeah
Okay, yeah, no, you have a good point. No, the thing is, I'm not this. I just don't feel I'm that type of guy. If I'm planning something, I don't really go hard on the planning. It's for example, if I see something inspirational on YouTube, like this game that looks so good, or this character, oh my god, I want to make this. I just say I want to make this, and I just go. I just the next day I just do it. I don't go deep on the
that's the
planning.
thing.
yeah
That's
that's
a
a
good quality.
really good way to execute man I
Yeah,
should take some
Yeah.
notes from you like
I feel like
for
that's
me
probably the best way to go about it.
yeah it is actually it is but like for me like it's totally the opposite right so when I get some kind of an idea of an app or whatever I want to make, right? So I just
Yeah.
plan it. How is it gonna be? How like I even start by planning the names and stuff, name,
Oh yeah.
the logos and everything, and I like
Yeah.
there
And
are
it's
so
also
many.
it's funny because I think in the planning stage it's just a lot more fun. You feel like you're getting stuff done. Just
Yeah.
Exactly.
Without actually
that
getting
whole
anything done.
satisfaction is just there.
Yeah.
But actually
Yeah,
trying to execute it is very difficult.
yeah,
Satisfaction
it's
without the work and without like progressing in anything.
yeah,
I feel like it's
it's
just your
almost
brain
like
like tricking you, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
yeah.
I have two
False
projects like
motivation.
that. I have two
Mhm.
projects that I have created the path that I'm going to follow, the things I'm going to do, the people I'm going to recruit, like something, but still
Mhm.
not started. Still haven't started them.
Yeah.
I'm keeping them for the next year. So probably
how's the project like the one you started with
yeah.
going on?
Yeah, they are going.
You
They are going pretty well,
yeah,
and we have the submissions and things in
nice,
next
nice.
week. Actually,
So
10th.
y'all are all working on apps, or
I'm
yeah, sort of like
yeah,
we all of us are like
in
including
the
you
same
are
field, in the
just
same
like,
field. So
Yeah, in the same way.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
We
okay,
have
okay.
to do something, right?
yeah.
Yeah,
So
okay.
the final
think
position is
what-
software engineer. The first.
Ah, okay.
Well, not
Yeah.
for me though. I'm not,
no,
like
but
my
what's
mom's
it?
always like, no, I mean like my mom's always like, like you don't have an engineer in your name when you get the degree, right? For me,
Really?
more the
What's it?
engineering.
Actually, I'm going to be a project
Because I'm
manager
doing
kind of something.
software development and stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
It's
Yeah,
development, not engineering. So mom's like, you don't have engineering. Why can't you get an engineering in your degree or something?
yeah.
So Rohin's a data scientist,
So-
right?
Oh,
Oh,
I
wait.
don't know.
Oh wait, are you studying data science?
Yeah, man.
Oh damn.
Not very fun. Not very fun.
Probably not. I'm
Um,
pretty sure there's like
yeah.
a lot of statistics.
Yeah.
This is it's probably a lot of statistical math.
Yeah, man. So like I wanted to talk about something regarding this fear of getting started thing that we talked about in the first episode.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's it's not the exact thing that we mentioned in the podcast, because it's not about any project that I wanted to start, right? So I went to this conference a couple of days back, the Gary V one. Did you guys see? Yeah, it was really
Yeah.
cool, right?
Yeah,
It was really
I don't
cool.
follow Gary V. I feel like his
Yeah, it
takes
was.
are too much on the. I don't particularly agree with his takes. I'm sorry, it's
Yeah,
it's a hot take, but
sometimes.
some
Sometimes.
takes, yeah.
So after the conference, he had this Q&A session, right? And man, I really wanted to go and ask him something, but the thing is, I didn't have any question, right? And like everyone who went up there asked, like, Gary, I started my business last year. I raised it up to 5 million by the end of this year. How am I gonna improve on it and stuff like that? So I was like, what am I gonna ask him? I don't have about 1 million or $5 million business, and like I was so nervous. But I really wanted to like go and ask him something. But
see,
like I don't
okay,
know.
wait. I think that asking business questions are just very controversial, right? If someone is so
right.
good at business, okay, I feel like this is a very very hot take, okay. But even university teaching business, I feel like it's a scam, because if everyone was really really good at business, then we'll see everyone like get outstanding achievements, every business student.
Yeah,
but that's not
like
case.
the lectures should be multimillionaires and stuff, right?
Definitely. And the situation with Gary V, he gives a lot of maybe it may be great advice, but if someone doesn't have the mindset of their business already being successful, I don't think, personally, I do not think that they would have a successful business to begin with. You have to like believe that your business is going to be like the greatest. As you like, that's what you're supposed to think. I don't think anyone is going to have questions for like they're probably going to have like technical questions, but I'm pretty sure they're not going to have like how to make it succeed. I don't think so.
Yeah,
there's a lot of books.
Is like not the right question to ask if you are doing something good. Like if your business is so successful, like you don't have to ask that question, like how can I make my business successful? If it's a good idea, you can make it successful. You should be able to make it successful.
There's obviously a way, and there's so many books about this as well. I don't really get why they would. I'm pretty sure it's because Gary V, being a successful person as he is it's better to ask someone that is successful. But personally, I don't. Wait, how did Gary V get successful in the first place? I don't know his story.
I don't think he asked questions from someone else and build his business, right? He built his own. Yeah, that's the thing. You have to understand your potential.
Business and stuff, right?
Yeah,
he started flipping and stuff like that.
A lot of flips.
Oh, so he flips. See,
no, personally, I just things.
Okay, one of the things is that one of the main reasons he got rich.
No, I think that's how he started. Because I think he started kind of late, in his late 30s, or something like that. And some of the advice he gives is not that actually like really applicable in our lives, because he's always like you can go DM your people on your following and ask them like they are your client list and everything like that. That's just weird, man. You can't just go DM and tell everyone, hey guys, I have this business proposition, can you guys like get into it and everything like that. That would be weird, right?
But the thing is, Gary V can, because he's following list is A-list celebrities and stuff like that.
But still, I think if someone just creeped into your DMs, it would be weird.
I feel like most people. Okay, this is another hot take. Okay, rich people, right? Okay. Let's take this. Let's take IQ. Okay. The highest IQ people are not. They don't have. I wouldn't say they're rich. Okay, they're not rich, but they are hired by like big tech companies. The people that are on the lower spectrum of IQ, they mostly look at business and they're like, okay, how do I cheat the system? All right. Okay. The people that have the higher IQ, they're just gonna go like probably like the easy, like the route that everyone goes in, right? okay, I'm gonna get a job, I'm gonna go this, or like they're probably gonna get like they're probably gonna go work at Google or something. But the people that like Gary Vee, I mean, I wouldn't, like I'd say he's smart because like he cheated the system basically. Okay,
You're not
so
talking about like you're not you are talking about highest IQ, like people, genius level people, right?
oh yeah,
Not
genius
like
level people, yeah.
smart kind of.
Yeah, genius level people, and I'm pretty sure that they're still not going to be rich as like these multi-billionaires. Not to like discredit those billionaires. They worked hard. I mean, they obviously like they cheat the most of the time. They cheated the system. So
I think
I
when
would
it comes
say
to those kind of people, I think their like life goals are different, and also
the
when
life
you
goals are
look
different.
at
Yeah. The thing is, like, if you're looking for a way to get money and money only, then I think you should just follow Gary Vee's advice, right? That's obviously your if you want to make your business succeed, then you're gonna focus on like you're making your business better. So I don't get why you have to chase the money. You get me? Like it's so weird. I feel like okay, you guys know Mr. Beast, right? This YouTuber.
yeah.
He focuses on his brand, and the way he does it is I call the Mr. Beast method. You put 100%, you go all in just for your like your business, just to make that better. Doesn't matter how much money you lose, just make that better. If you're going to be good at that thing only, money will just rake in. That's how it works.
It's about making money a byproduct of your success of your business or something like that. The thing is,
Guys,
most people get.
have you seen like no, you can continue.
No, go ahead, Roy. Yeah.
No, my what I'm gonna start is a whole different thing. Yeah.
Okay, the thing is, I think most people get distracted with money because money is so attractive to people. Like money is virtual, not virtual, right? It's like money can be something a metric. Like you can measure how much money you have. So they get distracted while in the process of making money without like trying to put in all your income and stuff to develop your business furthermore. They get stuck in that mindset of making a lot of money, making more money, stuff like that.
Yeah, guys. So I was gonna say, have you guys seen how Mr. Beast started?
Yeah.
Like,
Oh my god, yeah, so many
first
times.
videos, he says like when he started, he knew he wanted to go all in. He had this very
He had a vision.
clear,
He had a vision.
Yeah, he had a vision, very clear goals. Like everything he had like planned. This is what I want to do, right? Like nothing changed for him. Like
I feel like if most people just have that vision and if they trust that vision, I feel like they're gonna get there eventually, no matter like how old they get.
Yeah.
So
like I know people who like want to start some things. Like I know some people who are like my close friends who want like saw my vlogs and ask me, man, I want to do that. Like how do you get started with those things? And like they tell me I get nervous, I get anxiety, what are people gonna think about it, and stuff like that. Like people, like that's what happened to me when I wanted to go and ask this question from Gary Vee. Like that's the whole thing that I wanted to tell you guys. Like when I wanted to go and ask him a question, like I was always thinking what the other people, like the millionaires in the audience, would think of me asking a dumb stupid question. And like
we talked about that the spotlight effect, right? In the first episode.
Spotlight effect, like people wouldn't give a like little shit.
Oh
asked, right?
no, it's
like
anxiety. You're talking about anxiety, right?
And also being
like,
compared with others.
Like,
people have their own things. Yeah, right. If I do something stupid here, I mean, you three will remember it for another 2 weeks or something like that. Then you are going to forget about it. Actually,
it's the effect of, you think that I think it's called, there was a good term for this.
Yeah, spotlight effect.
I think spotlight effect and main character syndrome, I think.
Main character syndrome.
Protagonist.
One of those.
Like if you really want to get something done, man, like you just don't have to care about what other people might think. You know, like you just do it because I mean you obviously have to think about some things that other people might think. Like,
well, some things you can disregard, right?
But like you should not like like you should not do something because you should not stop doing something because what other people might think about it, you know?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
it's
definitely. Yeah.
like I just
If it's
regret
something you want to
not
do,
going
don't
up on the
stop. Yeah.
stage. Yeah. So I think we're running out of time on this session, right? Shall we just get into the next session and just
Yeah,
talk
sure.
about the best?
Yeah.
All right.
So getting into the second session, I think we covered the whole social anxiety, spotlight effect, and some other things in the first one in the topic of fear of getting started. This one, we have some broad topics, goal setting and achievement and overcome procrastination, which are some basic things that I think everyone can relate to. So it's good that we talk about it. Because I want to put it out there that goal setting, because it's pretty out there that goal setting is a key pillar to success or whatever you want to call it, right? Like they like a lot of people say that very successful people set goals and achieve them, but like I think most people tend to set goals in a different way, like a different way than they should, and they kind of mess it up. So I just want to get into I don't want to like tell the whole story of how to set effective goals. I'll just let's just talk about how setting goals affect our lives, right?
Yeah.
So for me, I tend to set goals, not I tend to set goals that are like not too far away from me, like stuff that like I can like is in the foreseeable future. So I'd say I set goals to maybe the end of this year maximum. Like I
Yeah.
don't plan the next couple of years and stuff like that. Which
Reachable goals.
yeah, which I'd say that
But
a bit
doesn't a lot
a
of
bit
people
more,
do? Doesn't a lot of people do like that type of goals?
You might be
yeah,
amazed, my friend. Like
Wait, really?
people do
There's
something. Yeah.
no way. There's
Yeah.
no way people plan goals for like the future years.
Yeah.
yeah,
I
they
wouldn't
do.
even know. I wouldn't even know like where I am in like a week.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
crazy.
Yeah, that's the
What?
thing.
exactly. Yeah,
And also,
exactly. That's the thing, right?
and
Like,
also some people don't have goals in general. Like it's a different kind of mindset. It's alien to me also, but it
mhm.
happens. Like some people some people don't follow the concept of goals too, and also some people have some unrealistic goals too. Like the main point
Really?
is you have to, yeah, the main point is you have to know your limits, right?
Yeah, actually,
That's
it depends
true.
on you. It depends on you whether how you are going to set your goals, how you are going to achieve them. So you know your potential and you know whether you can achieve them. When you're setting goals, you have to understand these are your goals that you are going to
Yeah.
achieve in the foreseeable future, or like something, anything like that. So I think Ruin's method
I mean,
it's a good one. So a 1 year, it's a good
Yeah, because
future. It's not something that you can't. I mean,
yeah, because
yeah,
I like recently I went to this meeting kind of thing at our university at an entrepreneurs club. Um, one of their surveys just said, "What are your goals for the next 5 years?" I was like, "Bro, what the hell? How do I know what the next
5 years.
5 years of my life are gonna
oh
be
my
like?" Like
God.
yeah.
that's
5 years. That's
huge
crazy.
stretch, right? Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
5 years is too much, to be
some
honest. Yeah.
Yeah, I had
like
to answer the same question in the I have this unit called business communication, so I had to answer that's the same question. Where do I see myself in
Oh,
5 years?
damn.
yeah, like
You know, I think there's still a way to approach that 5 year concept. Maybe you can
Yeah,
break it down into like a
yeah,
bunch of
Yeah.
chunks.
yeah. That's the
mhm.
You know?
idea. Yeah, in 5 years you can have an idea, but you can't have a specific goal, right? You
Yeah.
can have your
Yeah,
ideas.
definitely
Yeah,
not. No,
Like
yeah.
you can have like a vision or something. You can
Yeah.
have
Mhm.
yeah, but
the
not something
Mr.
you
Beast
can.
had one. Mr. Beast had one. So
Mhm.
I think he has the video for that. He recorded
Oh,
5 years
Oh
yeah.
ago.
yeah, yeah,
That
yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah,
I've seen
That's
that
so
before.
bad.
That's funny.
yeah,
That's actually
yeah.
funny.
Like people a lot of people out there tend to mistake ideals and goals. That's something we talked about in our podcast. Like,
Yeah.
like when we talk, like if we approach the 5 year the whole 5 year question, right? Like people tend to, like, let's say you want to be someone who's successful in a certain niche or whatever it is, right? By the end of 5 years, that's your ideal. You don't have a specific
Goal.
goal. You don't know exactly what you want to do by then.
Yeah,
Like,
I think the difference is I want to be and I am gonna be something like
actually
something like
actually in the gap and gain, that's the and that book in that that was a book recommended by Ruin for me, and it was one of the best books I have read. So in that one also they talked about what you want to be and what you want, what you need. You have to understand that if you kind of going after something, then it's going to drain you energy than giving you the satisfaction and kind of motivation to do and achieve the next level.
Yeah, you know, it's actually a weird concept. A lot of people, for me, for example, 3 years ago, if I tried to think, hey, you know what, I'm going to like make this, I want to like be like the best game developer of all time, in in just 3 years, I'm not even close. So it's just insane. If I ever like said that to myself, and if I had the mindset of something like that, it's good to have that mindset. But I wouldn't say it's good to keep that as a goal per se. You need to dissect that down into chunks so that then they can be achievable.
Exactly. Those are things. For you, those are things called specific goals. So your ideal is becoming the best game developer in the world. So you can tell me what are your specific goals. So start from somewhere. I'm not an expert in game development or anything, so I know there's something called. So what were your kind of specific goals for last few years for a few months? So like
you're actually asking me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Last year I think. Oh yeah, no, it's so weird. Let's talk about this year. I wanted to make a game. And actually release it to the public. It was supposed to be like around this month. I'm not even close. Like, it's so far in the future. I thought it would be possible, but it's not. It's so much of work. And if I ever had if I like kept, how do I say this? I feel like people that predict like 3 years in the future, that's just never gonna happen. It can probably it can probably be over your expectations, or it can probably be below your expectations. Mr. Beast, in 5 years, he became way above his expectations. Well, that's probably because he put so much of work within those 5 years, right?
So what do you think about your motivation level? What do you think about your motivation level at the beginning and now? What do you think about that?
Honestly, I don't even know how I was motivated back then. I think my motivation level has gone down.
So
and also
imagine
without imagine that you didn't have those specific goals. Imagine your whole goal is to release that game. Like, you didn't have any goal in between. Like, you're gonna be so much demotivated after that because you couldn't hit that goal, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, if we talk numbers, what kind of a percentage do you think you're done now? Like, with
talk numbers, I would say like
just
honestly, like
20%,
honestly.
It's
fun because this is what happened, right? I don't want to give like my whole life story or anything, but it was last year. I was at uni, and I opened my laptop. It was a normal day, and then I saw like there was just one of my games that I was working on, and it was like a shooting game. All right, it was an FPS shooter. I think Ruvin has seen it. All right.
That was the one he was talking about too.
Oh yes. And I was working on this project like non-stop. That's all I thought about every day. And then
because I remember those days, like, you came into uni, like it was just you alone in the I
Study
don't know
room.
what we call that building. Yeah, study room. And you just
Yeah.
opened your laptop and did that. And then you came to lectures, you attended the lectures, and in the break you did that. And like you were
Yeah,
working on the
yeah.
project the
I
whole
just
day.
kept on doing this project like non-stop.
Yeah.
And then it was this year around February, no, around January. I came home and all my work just vanished in a day. It was just gone. I lost the whole project because I
Oh,
was so
dang.
stupid. Okay, I didn't back it up. I didn't back up the project. I was so dumb. Okay, I didn't back up the project.
Damn.
Yeah, I lost the whole game. Okay, but I was working on another project just before that. I was like, this was an experimental project. It was a multiplayer game, and then I didn't lose that. Luckily, I backed that one up, but I didn't back this one up. Okay, and I lost that. Okay, my laptop, like
That
my
must
SSD
be
crashed.
crushing, man.
It was crushing because I lost everything on top of that. So I couldn't even remake the project again. So it was impossible.
Yeah.
It
Damn.
was 6 months of work just
So
gone.
so that
So-
might be the major setback of you just completing 20%, right?
Yeah, and then I felt demotivated for like I don't
Yeah,
know,
that's
2 or 3
I think
weeks.
that's fair. I would have just given up, but like
Yeah,
if that
dude,
happened to
it was
me.
crushing. It was
Yeah,
crushing, man.
That's the thing. But the thing is, Kuzal, you might have lost the game. But the thing is,
You
your
learn.
experience and your
Yeah.
like the things
Oh
you
yeah, I
learned
know.
is remaining, right?
Yeah.
Like
Honestly, I think what's funny is I gained motivation after 3 weeks. It's actually
Yeah.
funny because I was like, you know what? I'm gonna make the game a lot better now. You know,
Yeah,
I had that
that's
mindset.
the thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
because
Yeah,
you
like-
can now because you have the knowledge to do that.
Yeah.
Like if you're so focused on that game only, the losing of your game, it's gonna like you. There's no bouncing back after that.
There's no bounce
Losing
back.
that,
Yeah, exactly. It's
yeah.
just a waste of time. But I had to
Yeah.
recoup somehow, and my brain was telling me, you know what, this. I mean, sorry. My brain was telling me, it's just, I can't do this. I was
it's
just like
about
trying to force myself to do something, and then I always have these days where if I get severely demotivated after something, sometimes I try to push like really, really hard, but then it doesn't work. Nothing comes to my mind. I open my project and I'm just staring at the screen, just staring for like an hour and not doing anything. Have you guys had any of those days where you
definitely.
try to do something so hard?
Yeah,
You goes
and
blank, and like your brain goes blank, like nothing comes
yeah,
up.
like so I can relate to that, like what Kusal said, because I wanted to make this video on resistance of getting started because I was feeling it these days. Like it wasn't a good day per se because I started and I felt like it was really cold. It's cold these days, all right? Like it's like 5-6 degrees out here, like in the mornings. And like I didn't want to get out of bed. I just I just stayed in bed like for at least half an hour. I forced myself to get up and came to my table and opened the laptop, and I really wanted to make this video on resistance of getting started because that's what I was feeling, right? I opened my Pages app and tried to write something, and I just wrote the topic and I stared blank at the computer for an hour straight trying to get something done. Like I don't know if it's something wrong that I'm doing. I mean, it obviously is, but
it's not
I don't know,
procrastination.
like-
Actually, it's not procrastination. It's just you don't have the motivation, right?
Dude,
Yeah,
I think it's
motivation
called
and also-
burnout. I
Yeah,
think
it's
that's
the burnout. But
And also, I think it's about ruin. I think now you have so much stuff to do, right? You don't know where to begin. I think.
yeah,
yeah, that might be it. Like I don't know. I think I should like properly set up some goals for every day, like, and just try to tick off as much as I can.
Yeah. By
So-
the way, we are still like waiting for that huge project of yours. Okay, that video.
yeah.
Yeah. It's
Oh
coming,
yeah,
man.
he's
It's
making a
coming,
new
man.
video,
Like,
right?
yeah, it's coming,
Yeah,
man.
it's-
It's really good. It's really good. It's really good. Like
Yeah.
I
can't
want
wait
you
to
guys to
watch it.
expect. Yeah, I want you guys to expect it to be good. So that's how it's gonna. That's how good it's gonna be.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like
So-
I'm proud of it. Like that's
Yeah.
my best video that I've made so far.
Yeah,
Actually,
that's,
Actually, when we talk about these goal settings and things, I think journaling is something that we should talk about. I mean,
No, definitely.
Ruin and myself, we do that.
I mean, how
What
about
about
your
you guys?
journaling so far, right now?
I didn't do it these days. No, man. I
That's
don't want to lie.
yeah,
Dude,
yeah.
I don't
how
wanna
do
lie.
how do you journal? It's actually so hard. I
Oh.
have never done it in my entire life. Not even
Yeah,
once.
it's because
Just
like if you're not like into writing, you can just do it on your phone. Like
yeah,
it's
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
I promise you, like it's gonna be really good for you.
yeah.
Like it's good
Does it
for you.
help?
Like yeah, it helps so much, man. Like
It helps so much.
like
Yeah.
yeah,
It
like
helps
There
you
are
track
things
your
that we keep
progress
in
and
ourselves
stuff
that
like
we
that.
want to tell someone, or
like
Yeah,
like
that you want
like
to talk
it helps
other
helps you
than
mentally.
Oh,
It helps you
okay. No.
mentally.
Okay, wait. I think I know what you guys mean. If like, oh yes. Like, let's say like you're working on something, okay,
yeah,
Yeah.
and you're so proud of it. Okay, you're so proud of it. You're like,
Mhm.
oh damn, I
yeah.
completed this today.
Self-motivated.
Yeah,
It's so
exactly.
good.
Mhm.
Yeah,
But
now
you
we're
wanted
getting
to tell
somewhere.
it to someone. So isn't the best way to just to tell it to someone? Like,
Yeah,
even
yeah,
if
that's
like
Yeah, but yeah,
that's
Tell
a
it
good
to
one.
the
Yeah,
yeah.
actually,
Tell it to
actually,
that's
yourself.
the best thing.
yeah, actually, if you achieve something, try your best to tell someone, tell your mother, tell your any friend. But if you are worrying about something like you about losing the game, right? You lost the game. So who
Yeah.
would
You
you?
can't just
Yeah, you
Oh, when
initi-
I lost the game.
that that's
I don't think I told anyone. I told
yeah.
my I
That's
told
the
my I told my server. I told my server I lost the project, and I think a lot of people just consoled me. They were like, dude, it's fine, it's all good. Okay.
yeah.
And
Yeah,
But you
That's
really
the thing,
didn't.
like
But you really didn't express. You really didn't express your feelings about that, right?
yeah.
I don't think anyone would get it even if I did.
That's
Exactly.
the
Yeah.
thing. That's the
Exactly.
best
Exactly.
That's
person
that.
to like.
Yeah. That's the
Yeah,
reason we keep this. That's the thing. That's the reason
Yeah.
we keep this.
yeah.
If
Like
The
like
you have,
person who understands you the most is
it's
yourself, right?
you. Yeah.
That's true. So
Yeah.
wait, why did you just tell yourself that then instead of writing it?
yeah,
Yeah. When you
that's
write
Telling it
something,
now.
actually, when you write something, then you can. It's kind of releasing that energy from your body, right?
Okay. I think I know what you mean. I know what you mean. Definitely. I definitely know what you
And
mean.
also the
Yeah.
thing
Just
with the
just try
writing
it.
is
Just try it for a few days. It really
I
helps.
should.
It really
Maybe I
helps.
can just do it like in a private chat or something. Tell
Yeah.
and
myself.
also
"Hey,
I think
I'll do
like
this today."
telling yourself is different from writing it down, because if you're telling yourself, it's like it's more like thinking. Like
Yeah.
when you write
Mhm.
it down, you can read it again, and like it becomes a conversation with yourself, kind of.
Yeah. Another thing.
Okay.
If you are keep telling yourself about this kind of worry or things that you are worrying, then it's going to develop into something else about that's going to
Like
demotivate you more than you think.
okay.
So yeah. So
That's true.
It
if
should
you
be
have
like
if there's something you are worrying about, if there's something you need to
Yeah.
worry about or something, just write it down. And it's not that you're worrying about losing the game, right? You worried
Yeah.
in the past. Yeah.
I was.
Yeah. So if you wrote that down at that moment, then you are going to realize, yes, I lost that game, but I got that.
this.
Yeah.
I got the
Yeah.
experience.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's
that's going to help.
that's how
That's
it's gonna
something
be,
that's going to
right?
help you
That
to get.
definitely. That is true.
Yeah,
That is true.
but also like adding to that, journaling also helps you like to keep track of everything that's happening in your life. So
Definitely.
let's say when you started the day, Kusal, let's say like you had the whole lot of plans to do, like you wanted to fix this character of your game, fix that character of your game, and work on this part of the game, right? But at the end of the day, you only could work on just one character, and
Yeah.
so you journal about it and you tell yourself, all right, so I had this plan, but I only could get this done. So
Yeah.
the next day, you know that like this is the part that you completed and this is everything that you wanted to work on. Like it's almost like it's everything that it is. Like it's a reminder to yourself about the goals that you want to do. It's sort of like having
Okay.
a chat with yourself just to release all the feelings that you have trapped inside of you. Like you just give it a try for a couple of days.
Yeah.
Like
I should.
I would, yeah. If you are gonna try it, just a couple of pointers. Like don't try to overdo on the first couple of days, because like there's beginner's
Start from a single
motivation, right?
line.
When it
Start
comes
from a
to
single
anything.
line. Start from a simple thing.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
the
something I come
Okay.
to understand, because I'm new to whole journaling thing also. it's not about logging your progress or day or something like that. It's about showing, like mentioning your feelings, how you felt that day throughout your day or something like that. So it's more based on feelings rather than logging stuff.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, obviously, there's no way someone would understand like how the like no one would ever understand like how hard and intricate this stuff is, right? Like except myself.
Exactly.
So I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, another thing, actually, Ruin, I think you are going to talk about this one, the gap and the gain. So I'm going to talk about this because I read the book too. So the thing is that we are hard coded in our body, in our mind, that we are going straight to the gap. That's the main concept. By journaling, you can see the gains you have achieved, the things you have achieved, rather than the things that you haven't done yet. So like
wait, on the contrary, right?
Yeah.
I think yourself thinking that you have a gap to begin with probably gives you motivation. I mean, maybe this is for some people. Probably gives you motivation to do more, right?
Yes, motivation,
so
sure. But the thing is, like, imagine like you're trying to reach somewhere, like your goal daily, but you're not seeing any progress. Like you don't feel like you are getting close to that end goal. But you've come a long way since you started. But when you over focus on the gap, you become demotivated because there's a lot of stuff to do, but you don't see how far you've come.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think this also comes to
Kusal,
different the way different people act, right? Some people are stronger than others.
Like let's just say, like, I'll just put it into you in your perspective, right? So let's say you're working on a project, right? And you set an ideal in your head when you started the project that this is how I want my project to end up like, right? And that ideal that you set up is the drive, that's the direction that you're going to work on, right? So when you're starting from here, you set the ideal here, and that gives you the direction and the motivation to work on, right? So you are measuring from the state that you are in now to your ideal, right? So let's say a couple of weeks passed, you achieve 20% of your goal, like the ideal, right? And keep in mind the ideal can change, right? The more you move on through this line, your ideal can change. You might want to add something more to your project, add something different to your project.
That's true.
So when you look back, like your ideal can move past the position that when you started. So when you compare yourself to the point you are now to your ideal, that might be changing. There's such a huge gap that might actually demotivate you when it looks, right? Like, oh my god, I did so much, but there's still so much to do, right? But
I've had one of those.
So when you look back, actually, like, to the gain
starting
that you
point.
have, starting point, you can see, all right, so I started
okay.
Then
wait, I agree with that. But I as in I don't do journaling. How do I say this? I use this app or something. It's like you can like have a bunch of check boxes for like things you've completed. You know, like for every project you have those, right? So I whenever I complete a feature or anything, it can be anything, I just check that. Okay, and then if in any case I'm like, oh, I have so much to do, I just go back and check that. I'm like, oh, okay, I've done quite a bit, like, you know. So that's sort of like the way I do those things. But how do I say this, like if I were to do journaling, I think it's more of personal growth.
Definitely.
So like
it's basically
no, I don't only like try to work on games. Like I want to, like, how do I say this, I want to go to the gym. Okay. I want to like have my gym progress going well. I want to eat healthy. I want to gain weight. I want to like do all those things. Just I think those things, and plus my work, I think is probably the most important parts of my life. So I'd probably journal those things, and in a very broad perspective, not in a
the thing is, I think like both of like Kaviru and Ruin both has like a task list and also a journal. Like they track their like
actually
so
I have a task list and a calendar and a journal. So the calendar is actually I'm just going to talk about this. Calendar is actually a, do any of you have any calendars like something? I know Ruin has one. Kusal?
Damn. No, not really.
So actually, I have
Really?
every block, every single task in my calendar. So for an every just let me show it to you so you can get an understanding. So my calendar is very colorful, just like this. So every
Damn.
single hour is every single part of your day
Dude.
is covered. So that's the thing.
Damn.
Yeah, that's the thing I'm going to talk about in the next part. Next part. I was
Mhm.
going to talk about the awareness. Being aware of what you want to achieve and what you are doing at the moment. Otherwise, you're not going to achieve. I mean, if you can't focus on a work, if you can't focus on a specific task, a specific goal, you can't achieve that, right? I mean, there are so many distractions, right? When we just in the morning when we open our laptop or take the phone and turn on Wi-Fi or something like that, then comes the notifications and everything that's going to flood our uh, everything. So another thing I just want to add here, in the morning before opening your laptop, before taking your phone, just take a pen and write something in your journal about maybe yesterday. It's fine, it changes it you, but before connecting with the outside world or something like that, just try to do it. It's something that I picked from past couple of months.
Yeah, I mean, generally, when I wake up from the bed, I think, hey, what did I was so proud of what I did yesterday, yeah, I mean, when I finish something, when I finish a project, I look back and I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe I did that, and I waste a couple of time just thinking about that. But I think probably journaling something like that would probably save me more time.
I think Kaviru also makes a task list in his journal as well, right? I think he used to send me.
Actually, I used to send Ruin for a couple of days, and he came to Sri Lanka. Then I didn't want to bother him that much. So I actually find another one. Actually, I find another another one to do that. So here's that list. So I have ticked every list. God. So every day. So these are 4 days, and this another
it's
one. Oh, this is today. So actually, the thing is, you think that keeping track of these things, it's kind of weird, right? Kusal, you think it's weird?
No, I mean, look. Okay, I know. It sounds like I think it's weird, but I don't think it's weird. I feel like a lot of people have different ways to achieve things. For me personally, I don't know if I can stick to that, because I feel like after a while I might just grow out of it.
You can. Yeah, that's the thing. I started this for about 2 years, not 2 years, about 1.5 years ago. But the thing is, it's very easy to adjust. If you want, you can adjust it. If you started,
it's about practice, right?
Yeah, it's about practice. And I think we are going to talk about the discipline also. It's about the discipline and the practice. If you started doing something, then it's that's going to help, right? You actually, Kusal, right now, if you keep a calendar and if you keep your task list, that's going to help you in your projects and everything in your life. If you want to go to gym,
be more productive.
Be more productive.
I think the journaling might help. I'm not sure about the calendar, because how do I say this?
Let me put it this way. So actually, let me put. So if you have a calendar and if you have a gym block, you're going to gym, right?
Yeah.
So if you have a gym block, how often do you procrastinate to go to gym? I mean, I usually do. Yeah. So if you have a gym block, then then you get the notification in 30 minutes you have to go to the gym, like something. Then you're aware of that. Like that, if you keep track of your time and if you are aware of the things that you have to do, it kind of motivates us. I mean, if we practice, that's the thing about conscious practice also. If you want
wait. I want to argue a point on that. Okay. So if now I think of my work like this, right? If I'm going to work on a project, I think of it like, okay, I know that I have to go to gym. Okay, let's say I'm working on a project. It's 12 p.m. Okay, I have to go to gym at 4, but my work is I'm in the zone. I'm in the zone in my work. All right, I'm going like full on like dev mode. Okay, I'm aware that I still have to go to gym, but I know, okay, if I sacrifice this amount of time for my project right now, I think it's going to be more worth it. So I would rather do that than go to gym as of now. maybe I'll go tomorrow, or maybe I'll put an extra day for gym. Okay, so then I adjust my schedule like that. If
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not, I don't think I'm the type of person to have a fixed schedule, because I can't keep a fixed schedule, because my like just the way my brain works, I can't adjust to it unless I really want to do it. If I really want to go to gym, I would go gym. If I really want to work on a project, I would work on the project. So if I had a calendar that hard set me, okay, I got to do my goal on this particular day, I can't do it. I don't know why. It's just not in me.
Yeah. That's the thing. It's your calendar, right? It's your calendar. It's your schedule. It's your task list. Those are your specific tasks. You can switch the time block to the next day, and now you have to go to that day. So that's
I think it's about like
it's kind of reminding.
I think it's I think it's not really hardwiring your what you call it. It's not strict. Like you can change it suddenly if something comes up. You can change it. It's more about being aware of how you're gonna spend your time.
Okay. Being aware. Okay, all right.
Yeah. So let's say like you
I
didn't have anything specific for tomorrow, right? If you put like time blocks for specific tasks that you're gonna do, you'll have awareness of, okay, I can do this at this time. Not I must do this. I can do this at this time. All right. So like if you have the discipline, and if everything lines up that day, that time is set to go to the gym, that time is set to work on that project or whatever it is. And as you mentioned, Kusal, like if you are in this flow state at something that you're doing, it's okay to like shift your schedule. Like it's totally fine.
Actually this calendar is going to help you in the days that you don't have anything to work on. That's the time you are going to procrastinate, and that's the time you are going to scroll through Instagram or Twitter or something like that. So
I actually deleted most of my apps.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
I deleted.
Same, bro.
Man, this deleting helps. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. Honestly,
like
that.
I don't use Instagram and stuff like that anymore. Like I used to. Like it's a lot of waste. It's a huge waste.
Yeah.
Precious.
Actually, I actually keep Instagram as kind of an archive. So when I have something, so I post about 7. So we can post 10 images now. So I post 10 images per week, like something. That's an archive. And another thing.
Oh shit! Nice.
So you guys use any Google Photos or something like that?
Nah, man.
Yeah. So that's the thing about another thing about Gap. And again, when I started doing this, I didn't realize that in 2019 I started using a phone, and I took photos and uploaded to Google Photos. Now I'm getting these things in the morning that 4 years ago. So I can see these memories, the things that I did in 4 years ago. That's a real nice.
Yeah. You know what? Honestly, memories help. Like nostalgia kind of helps to boost motivation. It's so weird how that works.
Yeah, man.
It's about like pursuing that feeling, right? Like the feeling you had.
I think the human brain is just wired to see, hey, you're growing. Like if you want to remind yourself that, just look at what you've done.
Yeah.
Actually, the truth is, if you look into 5 years ago, actually you have reached this. You have you have reached a lot of potential, right? I mean, in that 5 years.
Definitely. Oh my god.
Stuff you didn't even imagine.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I think your journey was like that, right?
I don't want to look back 5 years when I was.
Dude, yeah, no. If I look back, like especially with like my 3 years ago, if I look back at the stuff I've made, I just cringe. It's so bad. It's terrible. Oh my god.
Kusal, you might not
especially
know.
When I hear my own.
Actually, we three know each other for 10 years now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
For 10 years.
Yes.
I don't want to go back to the past, man. I don't like my past.
Actually, Ruin had a great past. Ruin had a great past.
No, man. Yeah. Let's just jump into the next session, right? I think we're running out of time.
Yeah.
All good.
Yeah. So, I think when we got into the whole point of talking about goals and everything, there's also this certain thing that we kind of laid some ground upon, which is procrastination. I personally dealt with procrastination in the past couple of days a lot. Like even today, I procrastinated on some things. Like I yesterday I said that I was gonna start the whole 30-day challenge series again, resume it today. And when the alarm went off, I just snoozed it, and like yeah, I procrastinated. I just said that I'll do it tomorrow, and I'm pretty sure I wouldn't do it tomorrow because now it's 1 a.m. here, and like I wouldn't wake up at 4 tomorrow. No. So yeah, see, I'm gonna procrastinating. Like some tasks I've been all right with, I've been getting done, but some tasks I've been procrastinating, and it's kind of a problem for me. I don't know if you guys are having problems like that too, but yeah, procrastination has been.
Yeah, actually, my whole last week, same thing. Actually, we had this mid-semester break, the last week, and the thing is, I just want to add health. I had a small cold. And then the procrastination was like over the line. I mean, I know I'm procrastinating, right?
Yeah.
Before the awareness of procrastination is probably the worst.
Exactly.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. The thing is, the thing I want to just that came to my mind is that health. That we talked about many things in our episodes, but we didn't focus anything on our health, right? I still have the health. I'm talking about general health, diseases and stuff. I have a cold right now, and because of that, I didn't did any kind of a morning jogging sessions or any gym sessions past week, and that kind of led to a huge amount of procrastination. You know you are procrastinating, but that's the thing. You have to be healthy. I mean,
but yes, sometimes you just need rest, man. Like when you're not
but
well.
the thing is, I had this cold for about 3-4 days, and yesterday I went for a run jogging anyway. I went for that. So now actually I'm 50%, about 50-70% cured, like something.
Recovered,
that's the thing.
I think in those situations, you probably have to look for other means of productivity, right? If let's say you have a cold, then you can't go to the gym. I mean, getting a cold is it's you're not going to be effective in the gym. So you probably should look for.
That's the thing. You don't have to be effective. That's the thing I'm saying. You don't have to be effective. I mean, yesterday I didn't run. I just walked about 5-6 kilometers. I didn't run. Normally,
you mean like it becomes a reason, right?
Yeah.
Okay, wait.
It's just something that kind of helps. It helps.
I have this controversial. I don't think it's controversial. I think it's just the way I think it's just the way I work. This is just personal. It's just personal opinion, right? So I think Rowan, he mentioned he always mentioned in his videos, like showing up is probably the best is like the best case scenario, right?
Yeah.
I might disagree with that because if, for example, if I wanted, let's say I have a sickness, okay, I'm not feeling so good. I'm going to exchange my plans for something else. I wanted to go to the gym, but I'm not feeling it. So I'm going to stay at home and probably, work on my project a bit more. That I feel like still doing those type of means, it's still productivity in the end of the day, right?
It is.
I think that's fine.
It is. At the end of the day, I knew. I mean, I'm productive, and I covered a lot of things, but still there's some kind of a feeling that kind of inside that
because it didn't go according to your plans.
Yeah, exactly. According to my plans.
The thing is, like, what you're telling is true, because like if you really can't go to the gym, like if you're actually like really sick, and if you know that if you go to the gym you're not going to do anything, it's better if you stay at home and do something else. But that's only if you're going to do something else if you're at home, right? So like if you're not going to the gym, just because you aren't feeling it, not because you're sick or something. Like not feeling is almost like procrastinating. Like if you start,
Okay, no. That's a totally different thing. I meant like I meant like what Kavira said, the sickness and having a cold. If you're having I mean a strong person shouldn't have like those sort of emotions when it comes to that type of work, right? Like just saying not feeling it is kind of a weird excuse in my opinion.
It is weird, but the thing is, a lot of people are like that. Like a lot of people are finding excuses to avoid doing stuff that they are not really interested in. Like, for example, let's take gym, right? Gym is hard, right? Like going to the gym is the hard part. Doing the workout is not. Like some people find it hard to commit to something. So when they get an excuse like being sick or something, they usually procrastinate because it's easier, because they have a reason, like a justified reason to avoid it.
Okay.
So
I think a lot of people should see in a view where what gives them the maximum ROI.
Definitely.
Exactly. Like
but the thing is,
you should always like it's like you measure what you're getting by what you're doing before you do it, right? Like it's like you have it in your head that this is what I'm gonna do and this is what I'm gonna get, and if I do this I'm gonna improve this much, and if I do a certain other thing in this time I'm gonna improve a lot more. You should always like go do that if that's what you're telling yourself. Is it?
Yeah. That's pretty much it's pretty much what it is. And that's actually why on the other hand, like that's why I don't usually have plans. I mean, I sometimes I do keep like a general plan in my head, but they usually change a lot within my day because I go through like, I mean, it really depends on how my work is going. Like my whole day is dependent on where my work is at. If I finish something, my day is good. If I finish like if something is going really well, my week is going to be great. Like it's just going to be amazing. I'm probably going to work through everything. I might even go like gym, like I might reach those timings perfectly. But if it's not, I'm going to probably sacrifice the time that maybe for something else. It can be anything, right? It can be uni work or something. I'm going to sacrifice that time in order to do whatever, So this is actually why like I don't even focus on uni. If I just do whatever that's necessary, I don't care about like getting A's or whatever. I just need to pass. That's literally all I want, just to pass. And then I'm going to sacrifice all that time to putting into this one thing I want to, right? And I feel like that's more productive for me. So people will procrastinate in that case because they're gonna be like, oh, I have this stupid uni work, I have to do that, it's like so I'm not gonna like do this, and then they end up like scrolling on the Instagram of sorry they end up scrolling on their Instagram for hours and hours because I've seen this happen, and I get pissed off at it because it's just annoying. It's like feeding into capitalism. Just people just go onto Instagram or TikTok and they just scroll for goddamn hours.
I think it's a lack of passion, I think, because most of the people don't have a passion for something. They do something because they have to. Like they don't have a passion for certain things.
Another thing I want to add for social media. Another thing I want to add for social media is if you are not paying for something, then you are the product.
That's actually true. Oh my god, man, that is the most truest statement ever. Something for free, it's not for free, man, unless it's open source. Unless it's open
that's source. A difference. Well, that's a different story.
My god.
Like Kusal, is there anything like we talked about the stuff that we do like personally? I do a simple trick. I'd say it's a trick because it's basically tricking your brain. Like when I feel like procrastinating on something, I just count from 1 to 3 and just start doing it. All right. So like if I that's how I kind of
did the cold shower
over procrastinating. Cold shower and everything.
Cold shower is good. Cold shower helps. Okay, I think I know a way to hard to go brutal on like forcing yourself. And I think that helps sometimes, and because your brain needs to have that, to get out of that mindset. I think for me, it's mostly music, and generally like I think gym music helps a lot with that for me.
Effects and stuff.
Oh yes! Oh my God, Netflix! It just works. It just works. It just has a lot of songs about motivation, right? I just listen to one of those and I just get in the groove. Then maybe listen to a couple of more, and then like I look. This is how it works, right? I look back at like the work I've done. I listen to one of those tracks. I'm like, oh damn, you know what? I should keep working on it. I should keep doing. And then that's how I do. I close everything. I close my Discord. I close my browser, and just work on like all these like things I need to do. And then
Actually,
that's it. And I don't usually check my phone because I don't usually use.
Actually, Ruin, we did a mistake. Actually, he got a lot of things. He has a lot of small qualities. Like he's very passionate about what he's doing, right?
Yeah,
That's not something any of us has. I think we didn't had that for years, right?
I mean,
the thing with Kuzal, I think he has a different mindset or a different way he sees work.
Exactly.
That's very important. That's something I'm consciously trying to build.
Like most of the people don't have, like Kuzal, you do some stuff like high level stuff, but you are not aware of them.
Exactly.
Like,
it's very hard. It's very hard. It's something very hard to achieve for a person.
Really?
Yeah.
It's
very hard. It's very hard to achieve your
stuff
level.
that you talk about, like how you just want to pass your like subjects in uni and just want to concentrate on the one thing that you're interested about. Like that's such a hard state to achieve.
That's not normal. That's not normal. But that's
it's
the
good,
thing
but...
everyone want to achieve. That's the level everyone wants to reach.
Doing something you wanted to do that.
Doing something you are passionate about. That's the
thing is you have to have a clear goal for that. Like you have a clear route, right? What you like is game dev, and you're putting in your 100% effort into that, and that's your end goal, right? And passion.
The thing is, in my last year I made huge changes in my life after A-levels. I chose engineering kind of thing, and I did the first year of engineering, and I am doing an information systems degree, and in the first year now I stopped that. I made huge changes, but the thing is, you have that specific goal. I didn't have that in last year. Now I'm trying to achieve that. That's very hard. That you can see that, right?
I can see that. I can see that. I feel like to achieve that. Okay, wait. Let's actually.
Do you know anyone? Do you know someone else that have the same passion?
That drive.
That drive.
Okay, wait. I think I might know a few. I might know one person, only one person, but probably not. There's definitely not a lot of people that have.
That explains everything. That's a rare quality that you have, man. Like,
that's
priorities. You have priorities, and you know how to balance it out.
Right. Okay. But that doesn't mean I don't have off days. I also have. I'm a human. I do have off days. Days where there can be. I have days where I'm very unproductive. I have days where I'm like I'm screwed up. I can't. I don't feel like working. I think out of all the people, out of everyone, I think you guys can probably work more effectively than I can within a year. Than I would say. I think I can do a week's worth of work within a day. Okay. But if I like go for like 7 days straight, after a while I just get burnt out. I won't do anything for a month. That's how I do these we have these thing called game jams. It's like you make a game within a week, okay, and you just it's a competition, right? And I'm working like 16 hours a day, okay, non-stop, just doing this, right? Wake up, boom, turn on my laptop, boom. Okay, I do that for 7 days straight, and I complete a whole product within like a week, and after that I'm just burnt out for a month. And I think that's probably the way I execute some of my work. I think for any normal person, they wouldn't like that. and they would look at that and say, no, I don't want to work like that. So I would say like a lot of people, they have a great excuse for saying, hey, you know what, that's pretty hard to do. I can't live like that. So I feel like a lot of people that want to have the same, I'm not saying I wouldn't, I mean, maybe from what you guys said, I'm passionate, but I would say to achieve that sort of passion probably takes a lot of determination to do something like that, right? You're gonna have to sacrifice.
That's the word, determination. Actually, that's the word.
You have to sacrifice everything else. Yeah.
See, like for example, if now I have to try to maintain my grades because like my parents are going to see that I still have issues, right? Like that. Okay, I still have like issues where, okay, I can't fail, like I can't outright fail, and I also have to, you know, somewhat maintain my grades to a reasonable sort of degree. Okay, so if, you know, my parents see that, then they have to like, you know, they have to like, there has to be some sort of compromise. So due to that reason, I'm forced to like, you know, just be time on my assignments, you know, and try to maintain my grades, try to like study just for a bit. And I think that's one of the biggest reasons why most people cannot do something else. They can't find their own passion because they're stuck in that
loop.
In that loop, you know, like the education thing. I mean, a lot of people don't like what they're doing because the things that they're passionate on is not really like achievable, and they feel like it's so far-fetched. You know, if I wanted to be a game developer in Sri Lanka, it's no way possible with like just going through this degree method. Hell no. If I waited till my degree is over, there would have been like, I would have been over. Like my life would have been over. So I'll be 21 by then. It's just I'm gone. My whole life.
Yeah, at the end you won't be a game developer either if you like follow the degree path.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? Some people just don't understand this. If I didn't sacrifice the time I had now, I don't think I would have time to sacrifice later. Because later, when I become 21, I'm done with uni. I graduated. I need to get a job now. I need to work 5 days a week. Okay, 9 to 5. Where am I going to have the time to work on any projects?
Exactly.
If I work on that now, gain the knowledge, gain the skill that's necessary. Okay, because I have so much of time. Uni is like the most precious time you have. You have so much of time that you can use. You can build so much of knowledge, right? I'm gonna take all that time right now, build whatever I need right now, and after I graduate, I'm gonna have a product to end with. I'm gonna have something. At least I'm gonna have something out there. Maybe it won't be successful, but I'm gonna at least have. I'm gonna be better than all of the other people that graduated, because those people that graduated, sure, they're gonna have like what I say this what are those degrees called? First class degrees. Okay, they're gonna have first class degrees. Sure, they're gonna probably get into a better job than I am, because my end goal is probably to not get a 9-to-5 job. Not that that's bad, but it's not for me, because I can't work like that. Okay, I'm probably going to work in something I'm passionate in. So that's my whole explanation. And I don't think a lot of people are willing to go through that sort of brutal sort of process.
And also, Kuzal, I think for some people, it's more like circumstance. Like for me personally, I know some people like they want to do something else, but they are getting pressured by parents or something else. So they're doing something completely different, like unrelated to what they like, completely different. Like they want to do something else, but they have to learn medicine or something like that. Like it's based on circumstance. Like
that's the thing. I feel like that the parental expectations probably like brings down a lot of people, and I feel like that's why Sri Lanka is also going backwards. I personally think with the people I've talked with, especially people overseas, I don't think they don't have that issue anymore, where parents pressure them into doing what society tells them to do. And I feel like that's what leads to situations like NSPM, where there's a lot of people that NSPM is in my uni, where there's a lot of people that just don't feel like they just don't know what they're doing. They just think that's gonna get them somewhere, but I mean maybe it will, but I don't know.
The thing is there because that's the thing that the most people are doing, right? Like
and also like in Sri Lanka, you can't do whatever and make money, right? You have to have money to live, right? At the end of the day, you have to have money. Like in Sri Lanka, you can't do whatever. You can't do whatever you like and make money, right? There's a specific like jobs that pays, and some jobs you don't even have a career in Sri Lanka.
I mean,
That's the main thing
yeah,
with
that's the thing. Like
See, no, wait. Okay, wait.
sometimes you have to be the one who starts something. Like to
Yeah,
be the
exactly,
person
right?
who
See,
starts.
look.
Yeah.
If someone is
You just can't chase the careers. You like if there's no careers in the field that you're interested in, make one. It's your job. Like
that's
you can be
exactly.
yeah.
See, like, look, if someone is so interested in doing what they're doing, if he's so passionate about it, they're gonna find a way to make money on it. 100%. There's just no, it's not a question. You can make money doing anything right now. You have the internet, you have social media, you have everything you need. I think 2023 is probably the best year to just do anything you want and you can make money from it. No doubt.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. Like,
there's always going to be a way to make money from it.
It's just about being smart, like without having the old conventional mindset on just learning something and just trying to find a job in that field. That's
and
seriously.
also
No,
the
like
thing is you have to think differently. If you can make money for sure, because it's 2023, right? You can do whatever and make money, but you have to get out of the box and think differently. Like the examples we have are of our old generation, right? They've made from like going door to door, like starting business physically and stuff like that. They are like the examples we have are all like they are outdated, but we have to invent something different new.
See, like, no, that, and I know this for sure because a lot of people in Sri Lanka, the people that are rich, right? I know a lot of most of the people that are rich are generally okay. There are people that do very high paying jobs and they get really rich. Okay, but if you want to get like a millionaire sort of rich, most of the people that I know, like they flipped assets. Do you think the chances of every common citizen flipping assets is like a reasonable way to get money? I feel like that's just in my opinion, I would take the sure way. I would go like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna I'd rather like sacrifice like my time instead of flipping assets. I'm gonna sacrifice my time gaining this knowledge and then trying to get rich that way. I think that's the way I see it, and I feel like that's probably gonna. I feel that's gonna get me somewhere instead of doing whatever.
I think like
I mean,
with stuff like that, flipping and stuff like that, I think either you have to be the best or the first to do it.
No, I don't even see how the pleasure of flipping assets is like. Does anyone find that fun? It's so weird.
I don't.
It's so weird. Like, okay, maybe there might be a few.
All right. Gary, probably.
There might be a few. Okay, but that, I mean, you're just chasing money at that point, right? I don't. If I was earning money like through, I don't know, like, through doing something I don't like, I don't see like. I see the world in like this grand scheme of things, right? Let's say I feel like this is everyone should have this. Put yourself 50 years old, okay? And 50 and like, let's say you're 50 years old right now. You're gonna look back, okay? You're gonna look back and you're gonna be like, damn, I just used up all my time and I went through this job. I mean, I have a lot of money now and everything, but
regret.
I didn't do what I liked, I wanted to like make this, this whole game, you know what I mean? I wanted to make this whole product. I'll just say me, okay? For example, I didn't do what I liked. Okay, I'm 50 years now. I didn't make a game or anything. But I have a lot of money and everything. I have substantial amount of wealth, but it's pointless. It's all for naught. It's just, it's nothing.
It's the regret of what you could have been.
Yeah. And I feel like that's going to probably be a lot of people.
Yeah, definitely. Like for me, I've seen people that they just live because like they just do whatever they're doing, like because not because they are passionate, because they have to. Like they have to make a living, so they are doing something. There's so much people like that.
Like I think the thing is that back then, like a generation before us, they didn't have the privilege to do what they like. I'd say,
definitely.
Like, like most of
they
them
are the
innovators.
innovators.
That makes sense.
But
that
now
makes sense. That makes sense.
Or nowadays, like we have everything that we need to start something of our own. Like so. It's that most of us just aren't like passionate enough, or we tend to like, as much as there is knowledge and opportunities right now, there are number of distractions at the same level. Like there weren't
Definitely,
as many as distractions back then either. It's just about how you actually balance those stuff.
balance
So
it out. Yeah.
yeah, so
Like
this
it's all about
yeah.
like your satisfaction, right? Well, like you
Mhm.
can get satisfied while pursuing your dreams and stuff, and you can just scroll through Instagram and get satisfied. Like it's
Yeah,
about
yeah.
outweighing the satisfaction, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's so like basically like if someone has something that they really want to do, it's like the external circumstances shouldn't really matter to you. Like
Yeah,
just just
definitely. Yeah.
just go for it. So I think we are almost
Exactly.
running out of time for this session, and we still
Yeah.
haven't covered the bit
I
that
went on
we
a roll
wanted
there. I'm so
to.
sorry.
No,
Even
that's all right.
No.
We had
Actually,
some really good conversation.
yeah.
yeah, this is
Yeah, I think this way is better,
Yeah.
like without
Yeah.
having all
Exactly. Yeah.
the
Yeah.
other stuff packed in as
Yeah.
well.
I'm
Uh,
really glad I asked that question to get that answer from him.
yeah.
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 Props.
So I really love to continue on recording another session, but the thing is, it's 1:30 a.m. here, and it's just not practical to like
All
do
good.
Yeah,
another
yeah,
1
Yeah.
hour
It's
session.
all
Yeah,
good. It's all good.
like maybe like I'd really love to, if Kusal is down, like if we can maybe set another time to do another episode one day. Like I
Yeah.
really enjoyed like having a guest like
Yeah, I guess.
here.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
can see
so
this being
yeah.
a recurring guest podcast.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We really need to have him again.
Is
Yeah.
this is the best
Yeah.
one? Is this the best one? Is this the best episode?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Definitely
so
the
far
interesting
probably.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Most interesting.
definitely.
Hell yeah.
Because there
So
are so many interesting topics and various point of views to discuss.
Yeah. There are things that
yeah.
we can talk for hours, right? We can talk for hours
Mhm.
on those topics. We talked
Oh
about
my
that
god,
in
dude. Yeah, so much.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
Kusal, thanks for like joining us on the
Yeah,
episode,
really.
and like I'm like really glad to say that you like, I know you personally, and I'm one of your friends. Like you inspire me a lot, man. Like back then too, and like yeah, you're just cool, man. Like I
Yeah.
really love your work ethic
Oh,
and
dude,
everything.
thanks.
Like yeah.
Yeah, another
I'm
thing
blushing.
you can see actually this is the first time we are talking. Yeah, both Nimruk and me talking to him other
Yeah.
than WhatsApp.
Mhm.
So you can see how
Mhm.
perfectly we fit, kind of, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
synchronized.
Oh.
Yeah, the same thing.
Yeah,
We have. That's the thing.
The vibe
So
is good.
Dude,
Yeah.
you guys are really nice. You guys are really nice. Thanks for having me on.
We are glad to have you, brother.
Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, we would like to love to have you again. So yeah, let's see what happens next, right? So
Yeah.
so
Tell me a
let's
date.
let's
Tell me a time.
yeah,
Yeah.
let's just close it up here for now. So if you guys watched
All right.
until now, thank you guys, and I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. And we might do another episode to recap the leftover stuff. We might not, but I'm not exactly sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed, and yeah, we'll see you in the next episode. Peace.
Yeah.
Yeah.